Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I am Lin Wahyuni. In this video, I will discuss about occupational disease. In the work environment, there are, of course, hazards that are always lurking around us. Unsafe work environments and poor work practice can cause or lead to various illnesses and injuries often known as occupational disease. These diseases can have a significant impact on the health and well-being of workers, as well as productivity and operating costs for companies. It is therefore important that we understand the causative factor and preventive measure of occupational diseases. The definition of occupational disease, according to SMART 1985, occupational disease is any disease caused by work or the work environment. So, every worker affected by the disease can be caused of aggravated by work or the work environment, either directly on or indirectly. This disease can occur immediately or be delayed for a certain period after exposure to risk factor in the work environment. After knowing the definition, we also have to know the factor that cause occupational disease. Five factors cause occupational disease, namely physical factor, chemical factor, biological factor, ergonomic factor, and psychological factor. The first of all, there are physical factors caused by excessive vibration, especially from the use of power tools such as machines for the production of goods can lead to polyneurosis and metabolic process disorder. Next is noise. Excessive exposure to noise over a long period causes deafness. The source of noise in the workplace usually comes from machinery, equipment, or production process. Excessive or insufficient lighting can cause visual impairment and reduce work productivity. Radiation comes from infrared, which causes cataract, and from radioactivity, which causes damage to the body cell. Temperature that cause heat ramp and heat stroke. Comfortable and safe temperature for work range from 18 to 28 degrees Celsius, and lastly from air pressure that is too much. And the last is from air pressure that is too high or too low, which causes causing disease. The second is biological factor caused by virus can cause HIV and influenza, and if the agent is from animal can cause bird flu. Bacteria can cause tuberculosis, E. coli, and Salmonella. Source of exposure to bacteria can occur through human contact with animal, plants, or contaminated environment. Fungus or fungi that can cause infection include Aspergillus and Candida. Parasites cause malaria, toxoplasma, and others. And others microorganisms. Biological agents can come from various sources: animals, plants, organic waste, certain work environment, and others. The three is chemical factor. Factor originate from raw materials, production reduce, and waste material in the form of dust, vapor, liquid, gas, or other forms. The path of entry into the body can be through inhalation, skin absorption, and ingestion, which causes irritation, allergies, corrosiveness, pneumoconiosis, cancer, and so on. The fourth is ergonomic factor that occur due to unergonomic work attitude, excessive physical workload, repetitive movement, and unergonomic workplace design. This can cause effect on the body, namely physical fatigue, muscle pain, bone deformity, and dislocation. And the last one is psychological factor. The cause, the causes are working relationships between fellow workers as well as with superiors and subordinates that not excessive working hours that do not match to work capacity and salary receive, and bullying. This usually occur because of social status and seniority in the workplace and leadership type. This can cause workers to become stressed, psychosomatic, and somatic. Then after knowing this, what can be done is to diagnose it. Here are the steps in diagnosing occupational disease. We have 5 steps. Step 1 is clinical diagnosis. Step 2 is determine causal relationship. Step 3 is number of exposure experience. Step 4 is other possible causes. And the last step is determining diagnosis of occupational disease. The first step is clinical diagnosis, is diagnosing a disease must go through several stages, namely is anamnesis, namely conducting question and answer related to the main complaint, history of current and previous diseases, then a physical examination can be carried out in 4 ways, namely is inspection, seeing, palpation, palpating, percussion, tapping, and auscultation is hearing using a stethoscope. The supporting examination are carried out the strength and the diagnosis resulting from physical examination. This examination is carried out laboratory tests, blood, urine, feces, spirometry or IHG, and so on. The second stage is to determine causal relationship or determine the cause and effect relationship, which can be seen from the way of work, the nature of the work, and the type of exposure by interviewing workers. Then the third stage is the number of exposure experience by workers can be done quantitatively by looking at environmental measurement data and working period or qualitatively by observing how workers work. The fourth stage is the other possible causes. Apart from the 5 causal factors mentioned earlier, namely biological, physical, chemical, and other factors, we also need to consider the possibility. Sorry, we also need to consider the possibility of other factors causing occupational disease, namely the lifestyle factor of a worker's order in using personal protective equipment. Furthermore, is the last stage is to determine the diagnosis of occupational disease by going through several stages above. It can be proven that there is at least one worker factor that plays a role as the cause of the disease that falls into the category of occupational disease. Next is related to the 5 levels of prevention. The first is health promotion. Second is general and specific protection. Three is early diagnosis and prompt treatment. Four is disability limitation, and the last is rehabilitation. The first is health promotion. Health promotion aims for the community to stay healthy and away from disease using health education or counseling to increase public knowledge. The second is general and specific protection. Conduct by immunizing children, giving meningitis vaccination, controlling source of pollution, and so on. This is done to prevent disease and stop the process of interaction of disease seeds. The three is early diagnosis and prompt treatment. This can be done by health screening to find disease as early as possible, for example by conducting routine examination in certain areas. Four is limitation of disability. Prevention or reduction of the consequences of clinically severe disease to prevent further severity. An example is the complete treatment of reproductive infection to prevent infertility. And the second is and the last is rehabilitation. This recovery aims to return patients to society so that they can live and work res- reasonably or not be a burden on others. For the last one, after all is done, for the last one, after all is done is to report occupational disease in accordance with reporting of occupational disease. By the regulation of the Minister of Labor number 1 of 1981, Article 2.8, the management and design bodies are obligated to report and rating to the local labor protection agency, and Article 3.8, reports are made within a maximum of 2 times 24 hours after the disease is diagnosed. And in addition, there is also ministerial decree number 333 of 1989 concerning the diagnosis and reporting of occupational disease. In Article 3.3, after the diagnosis of occupational disease is made by the examining doctor, a medical report must be made. Then in Article 4.8, occupational disease must be reported by the management of the workplace concerned no later than 2 times 24 hours to the regional office of the Ministry of Manpower through the Office of the Ministry of Manpower. And finally, in Article 4.8, for reporting occupational disease, must use Form B2 or F4, B3 or F6, B8 or F7. That is the discussion that I can convey in this presentation. I hope that the explanation that has been conveyed can provide a clear picture of occupational disease. If there is a mistake in saying, I am apologize. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.